Hey everybody, Greg Wortko with GreenIndustryPros.com. Thanks for tuning in today. We got a three-part series on how to make a late-season fertilization program work, and we're going to do it in three parts. And to help us out is Bob Raley, an agronomist with Agrium Advanced Technologies. They're a leading manufacturer and marketer of controlled-release fertilizers and micronutrients, and you can learn more about Agrium by visiting agriumat.com. Good morning, Bob. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Greg. Thanks for having me on the podcast. This is pretty exciting.
It is, and we've been chasing you around for a couple months. You're a very busy guy, so we appreciate you making time for us. Again, we're going to do this topic in three parts. In part one here today, we're really going to start, with talking a little bit about some fertilizer product technology, and that's where we need the expertise of a guy like Bob. So to get us started here, Bob, why don't you explain to our listeners about this concept of enhanced efficiency fertilizers. I keep hearing more and more about them. What exactly are they?
Right. Enhanced efficiency fertilizers is a relatively new term in the marketplace. Those nerdy scientists behind the scenes have been using this term for some time, but government regulatory agencies have sort of captured that term and are starting to utilize it and implement it into fertilizer laws and regulations that are becoming more and more prevalent. That's sort of why this term has picked up steam. Back when I was in school, that's a term we never really used or heard of. As a matter of fact, the first time I ever Googled enhanced efficiency fertilizers, the thing that popped up was a state regulatory definition for enhanced efficiency fertilizers. The definition is, and it doesn't mean new products, by the way. But
okay.
The definition is a fertilizer product that does two things. It has an increased uptake and reduced loss compared to a standard fertilizer. So, for the purposes of this discussion, we can talk about urea, and if a fertilizer has increased uptake and reduced losses compared to a soluble product like urea, then it's considered enhanced efficiency fertilizer. So there's a lot of products already out there that we utilize that kind of fall into that category. The polymer-coated ureas, the sulfur-coated ureas, methylene ureas. These are all products that kind of fit into that category of enhanced efficiency fertilizers.
Okay. Gotcha. So these products are already being used in the lawn care market, then, it sounds like.
Yeah, they are. Again, the definition is really catching up steam and being more commonplace. And if it's a term you're not familiar with before today, and you've heard it today for the first time, you're going to hear it 100 times over the next few years, and it's going to become an extremely commonplace terminology because more and more states, more and more communities are enforcing these fertilizer laws and regulations, and they're going to use the term enhanced efficiency fertilizers because it does encompass many of these products that are out there and being used today. Again, sulfur-coated ureas are a staple of the lawn care industry. They meet the classification of enhanced efficiency fertilizers.
Gotcha.
Controlled release fertilizers, polymer-coated products like Duration are enhanced efficiency fertilizers, and they're commonly used in the lawn care market today.
Right. All common products. I know even the Agrium product lineup, it's controlled release and slow release and things like that. I've heard that terminology a lot. So what is it about these products that kind of puts them in this grouping of enhanced efficiency? What does that mean? Enhanced efficiency fertilizers.
Right. Well, that goes back to that definition that we have for enhanced efficiency fertilizers. The definition comes from an organization called APFCO,
okay.
the American Association of Plant Food Container Officials.
Okay.
They're key in helping regulate the way fertilizer labels are made and what claims can be made on fertilizers. And the definition, again, for enhanced efficiency fertilizer, I'm paraphrasing for simplicity's sake, but it's to a product that has increased uptake and reduced loss compared to a reference product. So with an enhanced efficiency fertilizers, you're going to have increased uptake. So you're going to get more of the nitrogen into the plant than you are from the traditional source. And if you're getting more into the plant, you're going to have less losses. And that's the key for the state government regulatory agencies. We're going to reduce losses. We're going to reduce our impact to the environment by minimizing our losses.
Okay, and that's really what's driving this is the waste and impact on the environment. So these products are out there, they're being used successfully. That's the good news. I guess the work that needs to be done is to get more contractors and LCOs to understand how to implement these products, and that's what we're here to do with this series. So we appreciate this insight, Bob. I think next time we'll talk specifically about controlled release fertilizers, staple in the Agrium product lineup. Anything to add today before we close it off?
No, I think we've kind of hit the high points. Again, these are products, and this is a technology that these products have been out there a long time. We're really just trying to introduce this term, enhanced efficiency fertilizers.
Mm-hmm.
So when people hear that, they're not going, oh my goodness, I've got to buy some new product or something new. That's not the case. These products have been out there for a while. We're just seeing more and more emphasis on this term from regulatory agencies.
That sounds good. So we appreciate that, and we look forward to talking to you next time specifically about controlled release fertilizers. And in the meantime, listeners, for some more information on Agrium Advanced Technologies, their website is agriumat.com. Bob, we thank you for joining us today, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yep, it was great. Thank you.